All right, time now for another look at your forecast. Meteorologist Robert Suhr joining me here. Robert, cooler and drier weather on the way.
Thank goodness, especially as we get into the work week. By Monday and Tuesday, folks, you're really going to feel the more comfortable conditions outside. Still a little bit humid for Sunday as those dew points will start to decrease, but we didn't have any of that today. We had another near record-setting day, a degree shy in Fayetteville as we got up to 99, record of 100 set back in 1990. Notice our average highs, though, and our lows. I mean, average highs are down to 88. Lower 60s is where we should be for our lows. Now, as we get into next week, we should be. Meanwhile, Fort Smith, you can see there's the construction work on the Garrison Avenue Bridge as cars are heading toward Oklahoma here in downtown Fort Smith, where we got up to 106, tied the record set back in 1999. So another blisteringly hot day, but I think this is the last one for a while, if not the rest of the year, thankfully. It has been dry lately. This past week was very dry, but it hasn't impacted our drought situation yet. You can see drought conditions or dry conditions kind of all around us, but we're still okay, but that could be changing. Unfortunately, pretty strong confidence in below average precipitation over the next 6 to 10 days. This will take us out through Labor Day towards September 5th, and then 8 to 14 days out, about the same thing. There is some confidence in below average precipitation. I mean, look how much of the country could be dry here as we get into the second week of September. So that could make a big dent in our drought, unfortunately. Now, the cold front is well to our south over the Texarkana, Red River area. Cooler, drier air starting to filter in behind it. There's actually a series of fronts that are sliding through. This was kind of the first one, which is why we're still in the mid-80s right now in northwest Arkansas. Mid-80s to upper 80s and a few 90s in the River Valley. But those dew points, you can see, you got to get north of Kansas City before you really start to get into some of that drier air. It's going to take about a day for this to kind of trundle its way toward northwest Arkansas, which is why I say, yeah, Monday, especially Tuesday or so, that's when you're really going to notice the drier air. It'll take some time. The rest of the night will be nice and quiet, really nothing to worry about with some high clouds. Waking up tomorrow morning, upper 60s to mid 70s. We'll do what we did today, tomorrow, with the chances for some afternoon pop-up showers. They're very sporadic. Not everyone will see them. Those that do, some brief heavy downpours, some gusty winds, and then the sun will come back out 15 minutes later or so. You can see Monday morning also quite comfortable, 60s and lower 70s. So there's a look at our lows tonight. Still above average by 5 to 10 degrees, depending on your exact location. And then tomorrow, around average or so, especially for northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. But it's as we go through the week that things really start to get comfortable, and we turn below average for the next couple of days, which is nice. As you can see there, the temperatures basically in the 80s as we get into northwest Arkansas. Overnight lows, maybe a couple of upper 50s, which is nice. And then in the River Valley, same thing, below average temperatures, couple of thunderstorms possible tomorrow, guys. But overall, not a bad week, Brandon, when you think about what we just went through.
So true, Robert. Yeah. And we're going to get Robert and Cameron to hang around a little bit as we go to Loch Ness, Scotland. That's where hundreds of people expected to search the water for Nessie this weekend. They're going to use thermal drones, infrared cameras, and more, hoping to solve the mystery that's lurked in the depths of the Scottish lake for centuries.
I believe there is something in the law, whether or not it's a plesiosaur or from other sightings, whether it's one of the baby elephants that escaped from the circus, and when there was a traveling circus here quite a few years back, there could be something that might appear, whether it's other marine life that they've maybe not noticed before, or if there is more caves or anything else where something could be living.
So St. Columbia first reported seeing the monster. This was back in the year 564. That's like almost 1,500 years ago. But the modern legend began in 1933. So I guess we're going to wish everyone luck searching for Nessie. You guys believe in Loch Ness Monster?
No.
Nothing?
We think the same monster's been there all this time. The same one. He just pops his head up and says hello every couple hundred years.
Well, who's to say there's only one? Maybe there's multiple now.
If there were multiple between way back then and now, something would have happened.
All right, Bigfoot,
No.
aliens,
No.
abominable
Not
snowman.
even
No,
aliens?
none of that. None of that.
Wow.
Leprechauns, angels, no. No, I'm not into any of that.
I'm starting to doubt this cool down you've been talking about now.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't believe in anything.
It's fair. That's very fair. I'm just, I guess, a realist.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly think the world would be more fun if the Loch Ness Monster.
How would it be more fun?
It's unique. You see dogs, you see cats. What about a Loch Ness Monster?
Yeah, Loch Ness Monster's never hurt anybody that we know of.
We saw what happened in Jurassic Park. It doesn't end well for anybody.
Well, we don't have to keep it captive. We just can observe.
Okay.
Well, anyway, several college teams kicked off their 2023 football seasons today, but Hog fans still have one more week to go. Up next in sports, we'll look at some of those gridiron season openers and what other Hog squads are doing.